am the one you're looking for. The Messiah is here.
Shalom, praise the Lord, gloria a Dios. Today's subject will be really interesting. I want you to listen today's video very carefully because every time God gives me revelations, I pass it down to you. As you all know that if you watch my video from beginning to the end, it's about 105 videos by now, and it is not easy. It's not easy to read all of them, but when you have time, read one at a time and you will understand where am I going. And today I'm coming with some more revelations that will make you understand why am I telling you again and again who I am, and you all are waiting for me, and you all need to get together and let's start building the temple. More you wait, the plan will change because there is a plan and the B plan, I always tell you. So let me today tell you what exactly the revelations God has given me. Also, I'm going to talk about my trip to New York at Chabad House. And also, we're going to talk about the John chapter 3, and also we're going to go to the Daniel chapter to make you understand that we are in the right time. This is the time to start the building the temple. We do not have too much time. We have good 9.5 to 10 years left. Since I born 1962, April of 7, and if you count 70 years, that will be 2032 or 2031. It depends how you calculate, or 2030. It's all depend on if you count month to month and day to day. So this is how exactly when people are asking you, how do you know that we are in 5782? And how do I know that we are in the 5782? And how do I know that we are in the end of the days? Because I am the end of the days. I am the one came from above, and God has sent me to you, and God has revealed me time after time that the building has to be, God's house has to be built. And this is the time. So God has given 7,000 years. As you know that out of 7,000 years, we're going to be 1,000 years with the Lord. So left is 6,000 years. And from 6,000 years, if you go to the Daniel prophecy, it's been given 490 years. So if you go 490 years, it comes to 5720. And then if you add 210 years, which is we already suffered in Egypt, that will comes to 5,790, which is 5,070, 20 to 5,790 is exactly 70 years of prophecy. Which is, if you put right now in the day I born, 4/7/1962, on Shabbat, on Passover, on that time, if you count 70 years, it will comes to 3132. It's just like when they tell you, all the rabbi and sages, that we are in either 5781 or 5782, 5781, 5782, or 5782, 5783, because of the two calendar, because Rosh Hashanah fall in, the next one will be 5783, and in the other calendar we are still on 5782. And if you subtract 4762, because there are 8 months still into finish into 1962, and the same way when 70 years finish, you have to also put another 4 months into that, and then another 8 months left. So if you calculate, it's about 2 years difference between both the calendar. And that's why if 1962 it comes to 2032, and right now we are in 2022, 5782, and we are going to actually enter into 5783. So if you count, the 22 is not finished yet. So we are 21 and we are in 22. So 22 right now, so 20, if you count 21, then we have good 11 years, but actually we do not. We have a good 9.5 to 10 years if you calculate day-to-day basis. So now out of that, we have, remember, first 3.5 years to build the temple. And if you do not build the temple, then the B plan will start, just like in the Daniel chapter 7 and 8, when these two prophets were talking, and they were talking each other and say how long it will take. It will take 2,300 days. But that 2,300 days, they were talking about the false Messiah. The false Messiah will take over 3.5 years, and the last 3.5 years, again the Lord will come and take over and possess the land and possess everything. The saint will be possess the whole world. That's what the prophecy says, that first 3.5 years will be build the temple. So this is the time. Right now, if you don't build the temple, and we're talking about two prophets. Now, two prophets could be Ben David and Elijah instead of Ben Joseph. Because you are expecting Elijah will come, and Elijah one is the one will point and let you all know who's the Ben David is. So let me tell you one thing. I am the Ben David, first of all. Now you're going to have to look for Elijah and ask Elijah who I am. And that's the only way you all will believe me. Or you not going to believe me, and we will pass that time. If we pass that time, means you will build the temple without me. And if you build the temple without me, then the false Messiah will take over, and then everything is written in Revelation and the Daniel chapter. You will see it will happen. Now remember, I told you that who is the Moshiach? The Moshiach is the one, the Spirit of the Lord is rest upon him. The Son of Man rest upon him. Remember in the John chapter, also as the Moses lifted up the snake on the pole, so do he will be lifted up. The Son of Man will be lifted up. The Jesus Christ, he told you about me. It's coming. A plan and B plan. A plan was done, and now remember, who was Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ, the one, the Spirit like dove, rest upon him. It wasn't the Son of Man rest upon him. In my case, I told you, the Son of Man rest upon me. As I was in my vision, I saw someone look like man coming with the cloud of heaven and approached the Ancient One, and he led him into his presence. That's what happened to me. And my old spirit left, and the new spirit came upon me, which is the Daniel from the dead, as God promised him that in the end of the days I will bring you back. I will bring you back, and I will show you everything what I have said. And that's what God promised him, that as for you, go your way until the end. You will rest. At the end of the days, you will rise again to receive your inheritance. What is his inheritance? The one his forefather, his father King David, left for him, the Jerusalem, which is God had promised King David one day he will bring his own son, from his own loin, from his own seed, blood and flesh. That makes him his own son, the second son, the Daniel. Daniel was his second son from Abigail, and he is the one promised to come back because he was in the line. I told you, first was Amnon, and then second was Daniel, and then the Absalom. Amnon and Absalom, they both die, and the left is the Daniel in the line of the royal family. So he is the king, and he is the supposed to come back, and he is been promised. And remember what God says, that he will be my son and I will be his father. If he sin, I will punish him, but I will not take the favor from him like he took away from the soul. Now that's who I am. Now you're going to have a hard time. I know you're going to have a very, very hard time to believe me, but you do not have no choice. There is no one else other than me. I am the Moshiach. I told you in my last video, if somebody is telling you that he's Moshiach, or there are so many Moshiach, they all are lying. They all are lying. Even your rabbis are lying, telling you there are so many Moshiach we have in the books. They all are lying. And again and again, I told you, I always come up with a new revelations, and I told you 70 weeks of prophecy. This is the 70 week of prophecy, which is end up in 2032. We have good 9 years. 9 years we have right now to listen to me, to finish. The temple is right now, to start right now. You're going to have to choose right now. This is the year. The Passover is gone. I know that I told you I will be coming. I was in New York on the Passover, and I've been waiting for you. Son of King David is waiting for you. I am waiting for you. I came third time, and I saw what you all were doing. You all were burning the bread. You have a big container and burning the bread. You should be burning your dirty, filthy clothes, burning the sins, and repent rather than burning the bread. This is the time to repent, not the burning the bread. You could have thrown those bread to the bird, but that's the way you want to do it. That's fine. That's fine. Nothing is wrong with that. But the main thing is time for you to repentance. Time for you to ask God, Moshiach, right now. You all are talking about, we want Moshiach right, we want Moshiach now. Then choose. You don't have anybody. You don't have anybody. And if you have somebody, choose it. Let the world know that you are right. You choose the Moshiach. But remember, the day you choose Moshiach other than me, there is a problem. It's a major problem coming. But I don't think so that will happen, because God is in control. If he wants me to build his temple, then the temple will be built by my hand with your help. So let me tell you the what happened. I was in Passover over there for 3 days. I was sitting in front of them. People know me who I am. They've been watching me over there. They've been passed by me. One thing, let me tell you, to all the Orthodox or ultra-Orthodox, whatever you are, I have nothing against you, but one thing, if you can just tell on Shabbat at least, not whole week long, but at least in Shabbat, somebody passed by you, Say good morning, shalom, say something. Just don't ignore those people and just pass by like you are somebody else, that you think that you are the chosen one of God and you have to be walked like that. No, chosen one of the God supposed to say shalom, good morning, how are you doing? No, you're not doing it. I had told so many of them in my 3 days, shalom, shalom, good morning, shalom, good morning. Even on the Passover day, I was there 3 days and I was sitting in front of them. And I have seen all the ceremony they did with that big old dumpsters with throwing the braisins and burning and having the fire. And I have a bunch of pictures. Also, I met the Rabbi Friedman that I met on the first time. The second time I couldn't meet him because he wasn't there. And the third time when I was there, I was sitting in front of their courthouse. And I saw him coming out. He was going in, next to the courthouse there is a library, and he was going in, and then I went inside and we talked and we took the pictures together, which is I'm going to put it on my video. And I talked to him that I am waiting for you guys, and this is what he said, that I am not praying enough. Well, that's true maybe, because sometimes my spirit also go down, up and down, as according to how you all react. So, yes, maybe you think right, but no, I do pray. I pray every day that God can put some sense or something that you all come to know that God have sent me to you. Nobody else but only you. I could be speaking to all these things to Indian community last 22 years if I wanted. But no, God gave me Torah. God gave me to come to you. So I hope you understand where am I going right now. Right now is the time to come together, start building the temple. Then we'll see look, all the rabbi and pastor. There are some rabbi and some pastor probably repeat what the other pastor is talking about because they don't know really. And there are some pastors and rabbis probably know the inside as God revealed them, but they are afraid to say also. It's written the false Messiah will come in 23 months. And half of that time, he will be captured. He will be thrown out. It's written. So those are last 7 years. So if you take out from 2031 to 2032, last 7 years, we are right now in verge of start building the temple, and the same time the wars. Remember I told you Ukraine and Russia when it started. This is contagious. This war is a contagious and it's not gonna stop. It's gonna take a lot of people's lives, and I'm not gonna go through nuclear and all those things right now, but things gonna start happening. As you know, they are talking about nuclear, and it may happen, it will happen, but I cannot tell you when. While we were building the temple, and it could happen. So all those things, remember, the Father, the God is the wall all over in Jerusalem. Those are the only one will be saved. Now it's time for you all to pack the bag and start moving. I know it is very comfortable right now in New York and LA and Chicago. You all are making money. You are getting a lot of free things. But that's not the God wanted. The God wants that you all go back to the land that God have promised your forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And build the temple where God glory will be there, and the whole world will come and worship, as we know in Zechariah. Very soon in America, let me tell you, will happen. There won't be no jobs, and for animal, and also I'm talking about human being. It says before the building of the temple will be built. I don't care what Christian people think. Christian people think we are the temple. Yes, you are the temple, but physical temple has to be built where God will dwell in Jerusalem, which is his holy place. And God, glory will be there, and the whole world will see that Torah is correct. Now, 22 years I've been telling everybody who I am. I am the ancient one. I am the ancient one. We are in the end time. And now we are very close. Now, one thing, I don't care you believe me or not, or you accept me or not, but one thing I tell you, that I feel like blessed because God have chose me. God have shown me his glory. I am the one came from above. I am from the above, and I know the things of above. You all from the earth, and you know only the earthly things. That's why I'm telling you that the Son of Man has to be lifted up, just like what it says in the John chapter. And that will happen as it's written, the two prophets will die and rose again. And I still believe that if you are expecting Elijah is the prophet is coming, then it's going to be me and him. Me and him, and as they both are talking about the 2300 days, then you know the Revelation chapter is also correct, because last 7 years, out of that 7 years, 3.5 years, the false Messiah will tell himself he is the God. And remember, he cannot be die or killed by human being. It has to be by heavenly being. Means the Son of Man. He is the only one can conquer him. Remember, for 3.5 years he will be a rule and reign over the world. But in the end, the saints will be getting all the power, and they are the one will rule and reign the world forever and ever and ever and ever. Now, the things I am telling you, your rabbi and pastor cannot comprehend unless they really want to comprehend. It's not easy. And you know what, I was just reading about Daniel, because God have put me, I was asking God, and God said, okay, read Daniel again. And that's how God gave me the 7,000 years, where we are right now, very close. If you add, like I told you, and subtract from 7,000 minus 1,000, which is 6,000, because 1,000 we're supposed to be with the Lord, and then you take 490 years, subtract from that, plus you add 210 years that we already did, which comes to 5,720, and if you put 5,720 in 70 years, that will be 5,790. That's what I'm talking about. That we are in 5792 or 5790, which is 8 years left. If we are in 5781 and 82, then there are 9 years left, and that's exactly 23 years is 6.5 years, and 3.5 years to build the temple. That's what God have revealed me. Now it's all up to you. It's all up to you. Either you choose right now, or you find your Moshiach, or you come and sit down with me. By faith, we going to build this temple. You're going to have to believe me. You're going to have to trust me. Because God has sent me to build His house, and that way the whole world will come and see His glory. It is a God plan. God planned to save the whole world. If you read the Genesis 49:10, He said the Shiloh will come and gathering of all the people, 12 tribes of Israel. And also I was reading about a lot of Daniel things, and let me tell you, the Daniel was that time was married. His wife was Shushan, and she was beautiful, and she was God-fearing lady. And when I see my wife, and when you all will see, then you will know that my wife is beautiful and God-fearing lady. It's exactly the same thing what God had given Daniel, God has given me, because I am the Daniel from the dead. So the thing is, you all need to come to know who I am. I am your Moshiach. I am the Son of Man who rest upon me. I am the Daniel from the dead, and I am the one to build the temple. I am the Shiloh. I am the anointed one. I am the branch, and I am the one to take you home, and I am the one to build the temple with your help. Now, all this powerful word, tell me which guy or which person that you think is a Moshiach and telling you. Is any of your rabbi or from your congregation is telling you like this the way I'm telling you? No, because they can't. Because they knows the fear of the Lord. They knows if they lie, they will be in big trouble. They cannot tell you. They cannot say the word I am telling you. It is impossible for them. Yes, you will see in the Christian church or in Christian YouTube somewhere, there are few people are saying they are Jesus, but they are making fool themselves. It literally says that Jesus will come from above. Jesus will come from above, but when? When Jesus will come from above? When the Son of Man will be lifted up again. When I will be lifted up, then He will come back to conquer the false Messiah forever and ever and bind him. And then we'll have the 1,000 years in a millennium with a new temple from above. That's what we're talking about in the 7,000 years, 1,000 years. But Son of Man has to be lifted up. It says 62:7 will pass and anointed one will be killed. Now Christian people believe that Daniel prophecy has been fulfilled when the Jesus died and rose again. This prophecy, God gave it to him for the end of the days, not in the middle of the days. So Christian people, please listen. This prophecy of 924 to 927 about the 490 years was given, and the last 70 years of what Daniel was reading about, Jeremiah, the 70 years, the temple, the Jewish people was desolate, this is the 70 years, the last 70 years he's talking about from 1962 to 2032. Those are the 70 years of prophecy. 5792 will be the end, or 5790. So, remember, it's written that 62:7 will pass and then anointed one will be cut off. So they think that Jesus was already cut off. No. No, another 62:7, which is another anointed one, will be cut off. The Son of Man will be cut off. The Son of Man whose the Spirit is rest upon. So that's the person will be lifted up. It's written. He will be take over for last 7 years. So those 3.5 years he will be in power, while these two prophets will die and rose again. And they will be up there till 3.5 years later. They will come back to conquer the false Messiah. I don't care what Jewish people are thinking, it's written. And so do the Christian people. It's completely written that you can understand after what I told you, that I am the Son of Man. The Son of Man is raised upon me. Believe me, listen to me. Let's start building the temple. At least the whole world will know that Jewish people are right. Temple has to be built. And all those things. Listen, I said again and again, I do not have to prophesy. Everything is written. Only you need a revelations. And I've been giving you time after time after time, one after one, new revelations. So, as you know, we are in the end time. It's all up to you. Either you call me, or I know that Elijah is coming. Elijah may be here. Elijah may be, I don't know. You all know. He may be there. He may be in New York. He may be, you all people know. But you all having a hard time to believe me because I born and raised in India in a Hindu family. But let me tell you, the day he came to me and he told me, throw all those idols. Let me tell you, if you tell any Indian to throw all those idols they have in their house or in their temple, they will kill you. They will come after you. Nobody. But the day he came and he told me, I put everything in the garbage and I throw it away, because true worshiper worship the God in spirit and truth, because God is a spirit. Now, in the Daniel chapter, on the John chapter, if you read the John chapter 3:16 or John chapter 3 all the way, he said, what we know. What do you mean what we know? Who else is talking about? When he is talking to Nicodemus and he said the salvation comes from Jew, and what we know, whom else is talking about? He's talking about the Son of Man, that he is to come. Even in Matthew 24, chapter 24:15 maybe, I guess, when he talk about the Daniel, why would he talk about the Daniel? Why would he talk about the Daniel when Daniel prophecy was already there? But he wanted to let you all know that Daniel is the one coming back. Daniel is the coming back. And remember, the way the 24:15 is written is no one knows the day and the hour of the things I told you. The things I told you. It doesn't say no one knows the day and hour of his coming. It say the things I told you. The things will happen. The earthquake, war, famine, all these things will happen. I am at the door. I am at the door. So he is at the door. That's what he meant. He didn't say no one knows the day and hours. In the Daniel chapters, if you understand the 7,000 years of prophecy or 490 years of prophecy, when it's fall, we are in the end time. We are at the door. We do not have too much time. I hope today's sermon you can call, or today's preaching you can call, or today's whatever I said, that make you sense and make you understand, because every time I come up with something new. And I want you to please listen to my whole video. subscribe me. More people subscribe me, more people come to know that people are really believe this guy and we should listen to him. Now, I am not gaining anything. I am not asking you any penny to donate me or ever ask you anything. I just want you to listen to my video. Write me, ask me some good question. Don't ask me some rubbish question that you don't know the answer even, and you talk nonsense. I have few guys. Don't write me anything nonsense. Don't teach me. Don't teach me, please. Because I don't need your teaching, because your teaching is already rubbish, because you are really don't understand what is called Spirit of the Lord when it's rests upon somebody. I do not disrespect you, but the way you write, I have no respect for you. And second thing, please, don't call me Sammy. Either you call me sir or Moshiach if you like, but don't call me Sammy or call me with any name, or do not use my mother or father name on the comments. Please. So, we'll see you next time. God bless you. And wait for the Moshiach to come. Amen.